And then when you guys lost JV as well?
Well, I think it was tit for tat. You know, they lost their rim protector, we lost ours. They beat us on the boards 38 to 35, and I thought that was a huge difference. JV had something good going, I thought, early, so we lost that scoring punch inside, and luckily for us, Kyle went back to being himself and helped us. But hopefully he's okay and can come back on for Monday night.
It did almost look like one guy was going to win that game, either Kyle or D-Wade, the way the game was going.
The way it was going, Steve. Both guys. Wade was himself. Kyle went back to being himself. You know, whoever, you know, both guys were putting their stamp onto the game. And, you know, both of them are great players. You know, Wade has done it numerous times, and we knew that. Again, you know, both guys were trying to impose their will into the game, and you know, luckily for us, our guy came out ahead.
Spoelstra said before the game that he was going to try to get more ball movement from his players. They only had 11 assists in tonight's game. How are you able to kind of force them into those ISO one-on-one situations?
Well, again, you know, I don't know what their philosophy is as far as ball movement, but I thought their ball was moving as much as it could. If you got a guy like, you know, people talk about movement and all that, if you got a great player like Dwane Wade, I'm not too smart, but I'm going to get the ball to him pretty much every time if he's got it going like that. And I'm not too smart, but I got the ball to Kyle Lowry quite a bit. So, you know, they were moving it pretty well. It seemed like it was going from side to side. They had our defense moving. And, you know, again, I don't know what they consider as ball movement, but I thought it was moving pretty good until it got to who it needed to go to, which was Dwane Wade.
What kind of grit did that show, responding to JV going down to?
It showed that we're not a one-man team, and when Kyle and DeMar were struggling, it showed that we weren't a two-man team. We're a team, and you know, we may not look pretty, but we have gritty guys, and they're going to play hard and compete. That's something that we have as an identity. It may not be the way everybody wants to be done, but you know, you got a bunch of competitors in there. Now, our thing is we've been all year next man up, whoever that may be, and tonight was Kyle, and he got his, you know, the lid off the bucket.
Dwane, what do you know definitively now about JV, his status, where he stands, what your doctors have said, and going forward?
Well, it's going to be day-to-day. I think, you know, with him, it's, you know, it's nothing broke. You know, it's nothing that's structural. So we'll see what happens for the next game.
Dwane, you said before the game you wanted to see a Toronto Raptors game. Is this closer?
It was closer to it, you know, especially with Kyle, Scott. The way Kyle played put us closer to who we are. We didn't have our rim protector, our inside game with our rebounding with Jonas. We had to pull Luis and put him at the 5, which, you know, was, you know, we had to do to give Bismack a blow. So, you know, it was closer to what the way we need to play, especially from our perimeter guys. We didn't have the exact screen and roll guy that we needed, but I thought, you know, Luis and even Pat at the 5 gave us that semblance of that.
Dwane, just what's it like when you can put the ball in Kyle's hand, you know, late in the game, down the stretch, and you finally can deliver for you?
It feels good because, you know, you're not searching. And again, you know, everyone in the world knew Kyle was struggling, and you know, the way he's, you know, it made it a lot easier for us to score when he's scoring the way he did tonight. And we didn't have to search as much. We could go to our package. With Pat at the 4 also, with JV when he was playing it, we could do a lot of our offensive sets. Execute a lot of our offensive sets. We didn't have to play small. I thought that helped him a little bit with his rhythm. But it's a good feeling to have that, to know that you've got a fighting chance offensively. But again, I thought defensively we got stops when we needed to. We held this team to 43%, which was a good effort, especially when a guy like Wade has it going the way he had it going. And, you know, I thought the defense helped us get over the hump when we hit some droughts offensively.
Thank you. go over this. Yeah, just go over row to row. As you move over, you can find the seam and then get from there to the middle. Same with having long legs.
For Toronto, DeRozan and Lowry will be in. For Miami, it'll be Wade.
It's gonna happen. Again, the process completely plays well. Jump in the room before they come. Was there still lines? Yeah.
Get them clicks.
I know. It's become a thing now. We're gonna have to start chilling. I don't think Billy didn't know that last time. Because Billy was like this. He's like, he's kept going. We should say for display. And he had that crap apple one too. Display was the worst Gatorade.
Okay. What we have is a very competitive series right now. Each game looked like this one was potentially going to go into overtime. So it's going back and forth. I don't think either team necessarily looks like how they looked during the regular season. So this is just fierce competition, and they've found a way to gut out the last two games down the stretch. Hassan, he has a twisted knee. We'll evaluate him, get an MRI tomorrow, and then we'll have more information tomorrow. I don't have any more information for you right now. And we'll just have to get ready for game 4.
Erik, so much of what you do is built around or built as part of Hassan. How much did that change defensively, your approach, and how much did you have to sort of change on the fly today?
Well, it changed with both teams, and it looked like 6-4 and under league there at the end. So, like I said, I don't think either team looks remotely like they did during the regular season in terms of style of play, the game, and that happens in the playoffs, and you just have to figure it out. Lowry obviously was terrific tonight. Things like that happen. I didn't think we played him, that poorly either. He made some big shots down the stretch. We have to find a way to overcome it. It still becomes a possession game down the stretch, and they made the bigger plays.
Erik, not asking you to speculate, just level of concern, because the word came back pretty quickly that Hassan was done for the night. So.
Yeah, I don't know, and that's what I told him. I said, look, this is part of the mental grit during the playoffs. We don't have to anticipate or assume anything. We'll know more tomorrow.
Erik, if you do go forward without him, what are your thoughts on trying to handle Valanciunas with McRoberts?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll get to that point. I haven't even seen the film or anything, so I have 2 days, and our basketball team has 2 days to digest this and then put together a game plan to get game 4.
What did you think then today about McRoberts and Haslam?
I really like the minutes. I really like the minutes they gave us. There was times where, we got up 7-8 in the fourth quarter of the last 2 games. So you can analyze a lot of style of play and who's doing what and what's going on. And what's going on is you got to find a way to overcome and get it done all the way to the last second. That's what this looks like this series is going to be. And as competitors, you have to embrace that. This is a worthy opponent. Nobody's giving up anything.
Erik, can you speak to your decision to leave Dragic on the bench late in the fourth and decide to go with that lineup?
Yeah, they're going with that Lowry Patterson pick and roll. So we switched it a couple times. Just wanted a longer defender. That wasn't anything else other than that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Erik, but did you have an opportunity to put Goran in offensively there?
Yeah, I did. I didn't. Not until the end to the side out of bounds.
Any reason for that?
Not really.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thank you.